Tonight I ordered a targeted military strike.
Right now at 6, strike on Syria.
The United States took a very measured step last night.
Dozens of tomahawks raining down.
We are prepared to do more, but we hope that will not be necessary.
The damage on the ground extensive.
The airfield in Syria, where he launched this chemical attack, was severely degraded.
The question now, what will President Trump do next about Syria?
And the U.S. fired 59 Tomahawk missiles in response to the Syrian government launching a chemical attack on its own people.
There has been worldwide reaction. Our Washington, D.C. Bureau Chief Ross Palumbo begins our live team coverage tonight on Capitol Hill. Ross.
Well, everyone here is wondering what will happen next. We're still trying to get all the details about exactly what happened last night. The Pentagon at this moment releasing new information saying that at least 20 planes were destroyed in that airstrike. The senators themselves here on the Hill were briefed just a little while ago.
Dawn in Syria and the first images of the damage. And now tonight, our first close-up view as Syrian officials tour the wreckage. The airbase pounded last night by 59 Tomahawks launched here from 2 American destroyers in the Mediterranean. The Defense Department now releasing these satellite images saying each missile hit its target. Senators were already notified but fully briefed this afternoon.
Senator, can you tell us what you heard in the meeting? Did you hear any new details about damage?
I'm certainly many of the members did. I did not hear anything that I didn't already know. The airfield in Syria, which is where Assad where he launched this chemical attack, was severely degraded, and I think certainly in the short to midterm degrades his ability to conduct future attacks.
Future attacks is where the focus is now, several saying the president needs approval to strike again and needed it last night.
Do you believe he needed congressional approval?
Absolutely. The Syrian government today saying what America carried out was an irresponsible act that only reflects short-sightedness, a narrow perspective, and political and military blindness towards reality.
The United States took a very measured step last night. We are prepared to do more.
Nikki Haley speaking at an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council as Russia released its own drone video to show less damage than claimed, and saying the president of Russia regards the U.S. airstrikes on Syria as an act of aggression against a sovereign state delivered in violation of international law under a far-fetched pretext. This move by Washington has dealt a serious blow to Russian-U.S. relations, which are already in a poor state.
Okay, how concerned are you about Russian backlash at this point?
How concerned am I about Russia? I think they should be more concerned about us than we are about them.
Tonight I ordered a targeted military strike.
The White House today releasing this photo of the president monitoring the attack, all in response to Bashar al-Assad's deadly chemical weapons attack on his own people just 3 days ago.
Assad choked out the lives of helpless men, women, and children. It was a slow and brutal death.
Well, we're also learning here tonight that the president was actually on his way to South Florida aboard Air Force One when he was briefed about his strike options, and he made that final decision to go ahead with the strike at Mar-a-Lago yesterday at 4 p.m. For now, it's the very latest live from the Hill. I'm Ross Palumbo, Local 10 News.